All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they're giving our back-to-back updates on how things they be, on how things they shell for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too, so that you'll be able to get our news anytime when we drop a mojo. You will be among the first set of people to get it, because of course that is why we are here. Okay, my wonderful people, the latest one with the boss brains, as you all know, the latest one with the off people, because this particular one is not what a whole lot of people expected. We did not know that the pressure has gotten to this extent. We did not know that we had actually made this much impact that would cause this type of thing happening at this moment. Okay, what we are getting right now is that yes, the Fulani, Hausa, Yoruba, and others have stormed Aso Rock and they have demanded to Nnamdi Kanu'S release. My people, you think most of the times we wake up and you think about a whole lot of things, and you think and you are saying these people are wasting their time. Look at what the people you think are wasting their time, what they have managed to achieve. The main thing is this: it is the pressure that we are putting on them. Of course, we've let them know that there will be no peace until there is a release of Nnamdi Kanu. One thing is sure: I feel like at some point they feel that we are not people that are capable of doing a whole lot of things. And at this point, we've gotten to the extent that we have opened their eyes. Their eyes are open. They've come to understand that you see this set of people, they are people that are ready to do anything at all. And I'm happy that I feel like they've come to understand that part of us, because the earlier they do, the better for them, the better for all of us, because we are not going to stand there. We are not going to keep standing to watch the rubbish that they keep doing, or the misbehavior they keep allowing. No, we are not people like that. We are not people of such distance. We are not in that league. We are going to fight until we get it. And fortunately for them, of course, they are not happy. Most of the things that are happening is actually affecting them, and that is why the pressure is on a whole lot of sides. You think that most of the things we are doing is just for us, or most of the things we are doing here is just affecting. No, it's affecting each and every one of them, and that is why the PM has been doing a whole lot of things, more things that you'd think of and be like, what is his reason for doing these things? It is the pressure. It is the pressure we need to mount on them. It is the amount of pressure we need to actually get them to start thinking, or to start thinking two times about whatever it is, or what to start thinking about this particular thing they've been doing all along. The fact that they've been looking for ways to misbehave all the while, and then at this point where they do not, the amount of choice that they have is even limited, because they do not know what is and what is not. And that is the truth of the matter. That's one thing we ourselves should also have one way of understanding, because we are going to do more. They think that the amount of, or that what they are seeing now is going to be little. They have not even come to understand the amount of this thing we are ready to go through just to make sure that we get what we want. And the truth is, more is coming. The amount of things that the PM has planned, the amount of things that we have planned personally for this whole movement is going to be on another level. The moment it starts getting revealed, it's not going to be something that you can wake up one day and stop. That you are who? Who do you think you are that you can wake up one day and decide to stop a plan that has been made ever since, or has been made probably before you were born? And you see things like this and you get, that is why, even if a whole lot of things are happening right now, the PM is respected at so much point, because he's not a man that talks and does not do. He's a man that talks and does exactly the way he wants to, because of course that is what is most important with being a leader. Being a leader and talking and doing is like one of the biggest, one of the most important things ever. and no matter what happens, it is going to be one of the core things, one of the big core things that is needed as things continue to happen, as things continue to flow. And that is why we'll keep on that he's against this, that he's causing unrest in Southeast, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, people, I just want you to know that it's not possible. None of it is even close to being possible, because he is working tirelessly. The amount of people they send against him, the amount of people that have wanted his arrest, even the time when they succeeded one way or another, they said there was a rumor that he was arrested and then he was released, and everything that comes up, it all ends up to be a lie. It all ends up to be false. It all ends up not happening because this man is protected by the Finland government, and the Finland government is in support of everything he's doing. And I would like to tell you that even the Finland government would know they would not support anybody that would be causing unrest in another state, and they will not even let him stay in their country if they found out that, or if they know that this particular man, this is what he's doing. But they know the fight, they know the roots of every single thing, and so because of that, they are supporting him. This particular movement is not a movement that anyone can just wake up and do and go to a foreign state and stay. If you are that kind of person that you are doing that side of thing, be rest assured that the country would investigate you before allowing you to stay there, especially in a country like Finland. If a Finland country would investigate you to be sure that nothing of such is going on, or you're not causing any of such, that whatever you're doing is actually up to your right and is what you can rightfully do, which I am sure that they have done properly on him, and they have verified that this particular person is doing nothing, just like the Nnamdi Kanu was doing absolutely nothing wrong but fighting for the movement. But of course, this particular thing is what they would use to sway people in Nigeria. They would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that if since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did. And you expect him or anybody fighting for their freedom to come back to Nigeria? It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then any time that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Ekpa, not to learn from the previous things that has happened and decide to be in a state that would really, really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland, and that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that would make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBRGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know that the fight is real, and that if we stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans, not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You are expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast, be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful. Every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that there's people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war. And it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again, and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.